bars like grains in bags of rice. Had to cook up the thing, get flow that's nice.
Wagwan people, welcome back to my show, Mood British. It's me, your host, Joel, and I just want to say thank you guys for watching my channel. I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I know I've been slacking on videos, bro. Like, it's just the motivation factor, just different things, because I want to do different things. I don't just want to be in a room, sat, talking one man. It's a bit boring, innit? Like, I want to be outside in the streets interviewing people. I want to be doing things like that, like street videos, more exciting type of content, you know what I mean? Content that people would actually like want to watch. So yeah, like obviously I'm in the United Kingdom, I'm in the UK, so currently we're in a lockdown, and the lockdown is going to be lifted on the 12th of there's going to be like light restrictions from the 12th of April, innit? So 2021 obviously. So hopefully by the 12th, from then on, I can start going outside to do videos, innit? Like interviewing people, like get people to talk about the subjects that I want to talk about. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I was gonna do like a video follow up on like the whole Prince Harry, Meghan Markle thing. I said I was gonna do it, but I just don't care about things like that, bro. I don't care about the royal family wedding and shit. I don't care about Meghan Markle's. I don't care. I don't care about Harry. I don't care about the Queen. Like, I don't care, bro. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's not that I don't care. It doesn't really affect my life, bro. Because I'm here, fam. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? Like, and they're there. Like, I'm here, they're there. I'm here, they're there. I'm here, they're there. Like, how many times has a man got to say that? But this is the first segment of kitchen talk. When I say kitchen talk, it's going to be me talking in the kitchen. You get it? Kitchen talk. So we're talking in the kitchen. Yo, so obviously it's the first episode of Kitchen Talk. I hope you guys liked the intro, the little intro I did. I hope you guys liked that. And yeah, so let me just start off with a little first episode of Kitchen Talk. So let's say episode 1, season 1 of Kitchen Talk. Let's get on, baby. That's orange juice. I don't really drink coffee, fam. I'm not really a coffee or a hot drink person. I'm mainly just a cold drink, warm drink. I don't like really, apart from milkshakes, I don't really like cold. Pardon me, we're talking about hot drinks. What is wrong with me? We're talking about hot drinks. I'm talking about cold ones. I don't really drink hot drinks, bro. I drink cold drinks, warm drinks. Hot drinks for me are a bit too much, like just too much, bro. If it's hot, I'm not too sure about it, fam. But I can drink hot drinks. Don't get it twisted, but I don't drink a lot of it. You know what I mean? So this is orange juice. Yo, so today, Kitchen Talk, what did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about policing. The reason I want to talk about policing is because mainly, obviously, there's a George Floyd case that's happening in the United States of America. That is a case that's involving a gentleman who goes by the African-American gentleman. African-American is a PC word for black people in America. African-Americans, do your own research, fam. They're African-Americans and they're black. Yeah, they're black. They're not N-words. They're black people, bro. There's no N-words around here, baby. You know what I'm trying to say? But still, so George Floyd, African-American man, gets killed by a police officer, Derek Chavez or something like that. I think he's white. He is white. He could be a white Latino, but he's definitely white. Gets killed by a white police officer. This happened in Minnesota, I believe. Don't quote me too much on it, but the trial's happening right now. I think they're like on the second week of the trial. It's going to be like a 4-week trial. It's quite long. And the trial to me is just insane, fam, because the police obviously killed George Floyd, and they're just trying to make excuses saying that he died of a drug overdose, etc., etc. But we're not here to talk about my man's case, fam. R.I.P. George Floyd. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I feel that pain, fam. I feel that struggle of just being black and just targeted by feds and living in the feds' mind, and you know what I mean, just getting violated by feds and being black. I understand that shit. You know what I'm trying to say? I understand that. No police ever put their knee on my neck, but yo, you get me. So I just wanted to talk about policing. So, bam. So I live in the United Kingdom, innit? So UK. I'm in England right now. I'm in the Midlands. I grew up in the Midlands, moved to London, came back to the Midlands as an adult, and it's just one of them ones where I'm in the Midlands now, and I just think I'm just encountering situations where I had awkward ordeals, or even good ordeals with police officers. There's been times when, you know, I've been harassed by police officers, I've been followed, they've swore at me, they've done middle fingers at me, and I don't even bang. I'm not in a gang. I don't sell food. I don't put in work. I don't go crunch. I don't go OT, fam. But the feds are doing this to me. I'm a Christian. Fam. Come on. I don't go OT, bro. How can the feds come up to man and do that? I've never been OT, G. I've never been OT. Not Old Trafford. I've never even been to Old Trafford, fam. Come on. Okay. So I moved to England, innit? From America, innit? I used to live in America. Even though I'm a Congolese guy, but I lived in America. Yes, I did. I have. I promise you, I have. So, bam, from America, I come to the UK. As a kid in America, I never really had many interactions with the police police in general. I never had any interactions with them because I was a kid. I lived in a pretty sheltered Congolese community. I didn't really interact too much with African Americans or even white Americans or even Mexicans outside of school. I mainly just interacted with Congolese people outside of school. In school, I would interact with different races of people. But I did have friends from other races in it. I did have friends from other races, but just not as much as my Congolese friends. So I was sheltered. I didn't really see like policing. My family members aren't criminals. They don't do anything illegal that I know of. So I never really grew up in that life of just policing. That's not the life I lived. I didn't live that life. So when I came to the UK, I didn't really have many problems with the police, to be honest with you, because like I said, I don't do anything mad, didn't it? So yeah, I remember there's one time I was in town with my dad, and went to town with my dad, and it was like a school day, and I didn't go to school that time, and the police stopped me and my dad, and the police was proper questioning my dad, like if my dad was they stopped me like, oh, are you supposed to be at school? Dude, I'm like, yeah, I'm with my dad, I'm starting school tomorrow. Because obviously I was new to the country, so I couldn't really start school until I was like properly registered. So like I was out in town to buy a uniform. So when the police saw me, they thought I was skiving. And obviously I was with my dad, and they started questioning my dad, blah, blah, blah. Is this your son? Is this your son? My dad said, yes, that's my son. That is him. That is a man. I give birth to him. Even though I'm not a woman, but I give birth to that man. I birthed him. Even though I'm not a woman, I'm a man, but I give birth. I push him out. I pushed him, I promise you, I pushed this boy. Yeah, so cool. My dad backs me in that. The feds go away. I wasn't even doing anything anyway, so it's minor, innit? You know what I mean? Like little things, innit? So, cool. That was probably my first interaction with the feds. The police officer was quite friendly. He was like an Indian guy, innit? Like, he was quite a friendly guy. He busted jokes with me and my dad. Back then, I had a bit of an American accent, innit? So I was speaking like, yeah, man, I just moved to London. The reason why I'm talking about the George Floyd thing, because I want to show people, like, any of us can be George Floyd. Like, we can just be that guy, because we're dealing with these feds, these police officers that, you know, them ones is just, that's how you explain it. We're just dealing with these feds. Is like, yeah, so cool. Yeah, so that was like my main interaction with police officers. I was in year 7, around year 7, them times there, 2005, I think, in the UK. So time passes now. I must be like about, until then, I don't really have many interaction with police officers. Not really, because I'm not really like on that lifestyle, like I said. So cool, must be like 15 to 16 or some. Let's say between 15 to 17. Yeah, I'm walking with one of my guys in Derby, like, you know, Derby in the United Kingdom. So we're walking, as we're walking, like a police van, innit? Like, you know, in the UK, the police have like, they roll in the vans, innit? So a police van stops me and my friend at the time. They stop us in this road in Derby, and they're like, they just start being rude off the rip, and we're quite confused because we literally went to McDonald's and we're walking back home for Mackie D's, and I'm thinking, what's happening here, bro? I'm just trying to eat my milkshake. I'm loving this milkshake. You're ruining my love for the milkshake. You get me, fam? I'm eating good, fam. So cool. The Fed says to me that that my trainers fit the descriptions of a robbery, etc., etc. And I was thinking, what? My trainers fit the description of a robbery, fam. I've never heard anything like that. At the time, I'm like 15, or something like that. So he tells me, oh, yeah, that there's been someone in the area that's been doing burglaries and he has the same trainers as you. And I say to the guy, bro, I got these trainers from JD, fam. JD, fam. JD. Everybody's got it, fam. Everybody in the UK had Adidas PTs at some point, fam. Remember the Adidas PT with the little circles? So I was wearing one of the Adidas PTs, fam. He's like, oh, someone's done a burglary, blah, blah, blah. And I was just thinking, what are these guys talking about, fam? I ain't burgled nothing, bro. I ain't burgled jack. Yeah, like I was saying, they stopped me for this alleged burglary home invasion burglary, which I've never even got involved in. Never did it. I'm a Christian. Like I said, I was a Christian. I'm a Christian. You know what I mean? I sambe like a bro. Like in that big glazer. So, bam. So, yeah, they stopped me. I'm just like, whatever, bro. Then they write some form. And he's trying to tell me to sign it. I'm thinking, I'm not going to sign that form. At the time, I'm like, yo, I'm 15. Like, yo, what's up with these feds, fam? Trying to give me some thing to sign as a 15. I'm like, yo, I'm not going to sign it. I told him straight, I'm not going to sign this because I'm not idiot, fam. I'm from Kinshasa, bro. Bambila to Banga, Bango Bambila, ba Voka for Keba. So I'm smart. I was looking out for these things. For that AB Keba Kosa, bro. So, bam, tried to make me sign it. I refused. Went home. I just thought nothing of it. Then didn't really have many interaction with the police for years, like years. I'm talking that was like 15, so never interacted with them again until I was probably about when I moved to London again to go uni. That's when I started like interacting with the police. I was in my 20s, interacting with them because this is London Metropolitan. It's not Derbyshire Police because I grew up in Derby. So obviously when I go to London Met, which is just. They're the worst of the UK police, I think, personally. Met. They're one of the worst. Because their attitude is just shitty, fam. Like, some of the feds just have shitty attitudes, bro. Like, they don't really want to help people. They've just really been angry, R-rated. I've just dealt with some dickheads down there, bro. And I was there for ages, bro. Fam, I've never dealt with so many feds until I moved to Southeast London, fam. Like, the way they was harassing me was just next level, fam. So cool. There's one time me and my boy, I lived in student accommodation, like student halls. In America, they call it dorms, I guess. I don't know, like a frap house dorms. Not really a frap house, but I lived in a dorm accommodation, student accommodation. So one time, if you know Denmark Hill in, Southeast, Camberwell, Denmark Hill, I was on Vestry Road. If you know that area. So bam, I lived in the halls on Vestry Road. So from me and my boy wanted to go catch a train in Denmark Hill because we were trying to go to North London, innit? And so cool. So from Vestry Road we started running because we wanted to make the train, innit? So we started running, like we're running, fam. We started running towards the train station from my yard. As we're running, it's a sunny day, innit? As we're running, there's like a police officer. He's riding the opposite way from us, innit? Opposite way. He's like, imagine we're running this way. He's running he's riding his bike the other way. But when we were running, my boy realized that he forgot his Oyster card. An Oyster card is a card that is used in London for travel. It's like an easy access card. It allows you to top it up, etc. It's just a really important card to travel in London, public transport. You need an Oyster card because it's cheaper. You get more you just need one. So now my boy realized that he forgot his, so there's no point in us running to the train station if he ain't got his Oyster. So we've already kind of accepted the fact that we've missed the train. So what we've done is we've just turned back on ourselves, innit? Like quick time, because we were up and running, legging it. So we done a quick UE, and obviously the Fed must have thought, I don't know what he thought in his head. He must have thought, oh, they're trying to avoid him, because trust me, it's just a big coincidence. He must have thought we were trying to avoid him, innit? So we weren't trying to avoid him or anything because we don't do anything dodgy, fam. Honestly, bruv, we're uni students, fam. So cool. So he starts to catch up with us, like pedals real quick. I'm seeing all this happen. I'm paying attention. I'm conscious of what he's doing. Starts pedaling, comes next to us. He's like, "You're right, guys." We're like, "Yeah, we're cool." And he's like, "Oh, so what's happening here?" We're just like, "Nothing, bro. Nothing's happening. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean what's happening here?" I'm puzzled, fam. So he's like, "Oh, cool." So he starts to so obviously he asked us where we're going. We're just like, we're going home. So after that, we didn't really want to interact with more questions. So he kept riding his bike as we walked. And he was kept trying to say some antagonizing stuff to us, like proper trying to provoke us, like, oh, man them, what you guys doing, fam? The Jakes, the boys. Like speaking that type of terminology, like that ebonics, that hood vernacular, you know what I mean? The hood slang, like, you know what I mean? Like, man speaking bare slang. I'm thinking, fam, like, what's this guy on, fam? I'm thinking, what's this fed on, fam? Like, fam, you need to go home, bro, you old man. Like, bro, I'm 21, dog. You're 50, dog. You're 52, dog. You make a 50-year-old look young. You know what I'm trying to say? You make a 69-year-old man feel young. So, cool. Follows me back to my holes and that. And, so he's outside. Because my holes is a bit discreet. It was not one of them holes. Like, you wouldn't really know it's a holes. Unless you know. You wouldn't know, innit? It doesn't. It looks like a weird hospital type of thing. It's bare weird, fam. You just... Trust me, you're not really going to know. Because there weren't really a lot of students there, so it's kind of weird. It's like a weird little holes, bro. It's weird. But it was nice inside, innit? So, cool. We go inside now to find the Oyster card. And obviously, as we're inside, we're looking out the window. The Fed is still there, bro. Like, he sat there for about 30 minutes waiting for us to come out. And I'm just thinking, like, what's up with this guy, bro? This is why some of these Feds have issues with certain communities, because they stigmatize people and they follow people and they try to make you like it's basically they're trying to stigmatize you and what's the word, bro? Like they're just trying to like just provoke you. That's, you know what I mean? Like you gotta stay you gotta stay calm. So there's another time as well down in London. I'm giving you all the worst times, isn't it? So there's one time, I was working at Tesco, bro. I'm putting in work at Tesco, and I was working in Croydon, West Croydon, Tesco, and the warehouse thing, bro. I was living in Camberwell, so I'm working in that Tesco warehouse in West Croydon, innit? So, bam. So at the time, this time I lived in Peckham, innit? Like Friary Estate. Like if you know Friary Estate, then you know where I lived, near Burden Bush, innit? Near Burden Bush Road. So cool. Normally what I used to do is from West Croydon I'll get the train to New Cross, then from New Cross I'll get a bus to Old Kent Road, then from Old Kent Road I'll walk home. So I did that. Again, another sunny day. As I'm walking home, because my estate, it's usually quite mainly people you see there are black people in it, or just foreigners, mainly just black people. So in the estate, as I'm going into the estate now, I see like Ford Galaxy. If you know what Ford Galaxy is, innit? Addison Lee. They use them for Addison Lees in the UK, but if you Google Ford Galaxy, so I see a Ford Galaxy, and it's packed out, bro, with like bare 45-year-old white bald men, like just these old white guys sat in a car in it. I didn't think nothing about it because I don't care, bro. I'm trying to go home, eat, bimisa kwanga, bimisa tabana dame, na relax. I'm thinking about relaxing and eating, fam. So cool. Yeah, I see the boy them there. And I didn't even know they were the boys. It just looks suspicious, bro. Like 5'4" white guys in a car, like in Peckham, in this Black Hood estate. Just looks suspicious as hell. So I went upstairs, innit? As I go upstairs to my house, because I lived in the flats and that, come downstairs, as I come downstairs, I can't even remember if that car was there or not. I couldn't care less, bro. I wasn't even paying attention to it. I walked to the shop because I had to bust me a little KA to eat my food with, fam, because I'm trying to drink and eat good. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to eat healthy. So I bought a KA fruit punch. Healthy. I'm joking. Still cool. Went and got my drink from the corner shop. As I'm coming back from the corner shop, because I'm still in my uniform, innit? Because I literally went upstairs, realised there's no beverages, went to the shop. So I'm in my Tesco uniform. As I'm coming back, you know, in Friary, there's like some courts in it, and there's like a little park bit, and there's like the bus stop where the 78 goes. So I must have walked across to the courts in it. As I walked through the courts in that, to get through from I forgot what it's called, Peckham Park Road, I guess. I walk from Peckham Park Road into the little park, into the state. As I'm walking through the thing, I see the same car like speeding towards me this time, like proper coming quick. I'm thinking, rah, there's speed bumps on this road. Like this guy does not care about the bottom of his car. Starts revving, it comes right next to me, and I think one of them either stepped out the car or they just he stepped out of the car. He's like, stop. I'm like, yo, what the, bruv? I thought I was about to get a booting from the EDL, fam. Because you know what? Because Peckham's near Bermondsey, innit? If you know Bermondsey, you know the Millwall lot, bro. The racist man, them, bro. That man's will call you a nigger for just blinking, fam. Nigger! You know them guys there, the nigger with a strong ER, fam. So because we're close to Millwall, I thought to myself, shit, this could be one of them EDL guys, innit? So I stayed a bit calm. I thought, what do you mean? Then afterwards, because he's like, oh, stop. And I'm like, I stopped. And he pulled out a badge. He says, London Metropolitan Police officers, we've just watched you circle the block. We just watched you circle this block. I was like, circle the block? But I just walked to the shop. He's like, what? You just watched you walk around here. I'm like, mate, I live here and I walk to the shop. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. And then he's like, dude, where you going now? I said, I'm going home. He's like, where'd you live? I said, I live here. He's like, where's here? I said, I live here. Then he's like, so you work at Tesco? I'm like, yeah, obviously, can't you see my uniform? Duh. Obviously, I don't work at Asda. Man said, do you work at Tesco whilst I'm wearing a Tesco uniform? What an idiot. So I'm like, yeah, I work at Tesco. He's like, which one? I'm like, I'm not going to tell you that. But would I tell you which Tesco I work at? It starts getting real tense, innit? Because there's 4 of them and I'm by myself. Getting real tense now. I'm like, because I thought, this is going to turn into some George Floyd shit, fam. I just said, this is before, bro. I thought, this is going to turn into some next thing, fam. So I thought to myself, because I'm smart, I'm one of them guys that leaves. I leave things. Trust me, I'm a leaver. When something gets sticky, I'm a leaver, bro. So I thought to myself, I'm just going to go home because at the end of the day, I'm not done nothing. So I say to him, am I under arrest? He says, no. I said, I'm going home then. Then he's like, well, fuck off then, you little fucking cunt. He's like, fuck off then, you blackie. He didn't call me a blackie, but he's like, he might as well call me a blackie because he did that to me. He said, well, fuck off then, you fucking cunt. With his little fucking Cockney accent. And I was like, waste man, bro. Went upstairs, done my own thing. And obviously from then, I didn't really, I haven't had any issues with feds. Really, not major, like, nothing major, like, I've had some reasonable, cool police officers as well, don't get it wrong. I've had some situations where some police officers have they've allowed me to go home where I've been in the wrong. I've had some bad situations as well where some police officers have been nice to me, fam. I don't even want to say some of the stories on camera, but there's been a couple times when some police officers just said, you know what, mate, we'll let you do this right now, just go home afterwards, or just do this, go home. Yeah, there's some good feds out there, but it's just them, them D heads that ruin it for everyone, as they say. But people, you need to learn how to conduct yourself to police officers, bro. Yes, no questions. If you're black, do not make excuses and just think, I'm going to act like a violent thug. No, that's not how you conduct yourself. You should conduct yourself differently. It's bad, but it's the truth. Don't conduct yourself in a way where you're making yourself more of a target. Conduct yourself in a mannerism where you're making yourself less of a target. You're complying to the rules of what they're saying. So then they have no reasons to really pin you unless, for example, Derek Chavez. So it's weird. It's not black and white, but I think sometimes just answering questions intelligently, not just hostile, because a lot of us black people, we normally just scream something or we're saying things that's not really intellectually intelligent. But what we should tell our kids is, if the police stop you, answer the questions, give them the information, that the basic information that they're seeking. Anything else, tell them they have rights and they should, if depending on the age of your age, contact your parents or contact the solicitor or say no comment and go to the station and deal with it there. You know what I'm trying to say? You also have your own rights to refuse a stop and search on the street. You can refuse a street stop and search. Then they can take it to the station. There's some rules that we have that people really need to start learning in our communities. And we need to start behaving better. Not better. We need to start behaving less hostile when we're being pulled over by the feds or stopped by them. Because I know it's irritating. Don't get me wrong. I've been there. I've been irritated. But still, don't give these racists a reason to kill you, because they're looking for anything. They're looking to wind you up so they can get a reaction out of you, so they can kill you like George Floyd or do harm you. So be intelligent, people. Don't just think you live in a Disney world where people are not going to perceive your blackness as a threat. People are going to perceive your blackness as a threat. Yes, you have to then form mechanisms to deal with that, like intelligent mechanisms. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't just think, things are going to be like this. They're not going to be like this because, one, you are black. This is not your country. This country has a history of systemic racism. Honestly, fam. That's me, British fam, and that's me talking about the feds. If you like the content, make sure you subscribe. Thank you.
Scene. Pouring the cup with your boy looking lean. And I'm still out here chilling like